The upper balcony of the Dionysus Park Theater. This is our second gather with the first little sister. I'm going to use my second clip of trap rivets to barricade off that little hallway there and then across the alley between the seats. I don't put anything protecting the water because if anyone's in the water, you can just electrobolt them. And then I'm going to grab my rivet gun and hide out in this corner behind the last row of seats. I'm still using guns. I tried to make a run through Dionysus Park with just the drill, and it became more of a hassle. I really want to get to just using drill, but I'm also not going to run around with inferior strategies just for that sake. In Fontaine Futuristics, that's the next level. The solo drill strategy becomes completely kick-ass. And, I can't wait for that. That's one of the most fun levels because it really starts to take off there. But in Dionysus, I'm still using guns. I'm going to take a Molotov cocktail to the face here, but no worries because remember I have the Gucci upgrade on my diver's mask. So it's flame retardant. Not flame proof, just flame resistant, as they say. So after the gather, you can see conveniently the vent is right here. You don't have to waste any time. I'm rescuing. Again, I'm going for the Savior achievement. How many times do I have to say that to you? So I'm always rescuing. It's also kind of harvesting the little sister is kind of unnerving. I don't know what the right choice of word is for that. Kind of unsettling to harvest them and rip the atom slug out of them. Here we're seeing a cutscene where Eleanor is filling you in about the history of Stanley Poole. Now Stanley is the one that kidnaps Eleanor. You remember me talking about this while I was explaining Grace's past. So Lamb gets taken to jail. She entrusts Eleanor to Grace, and she entrusts Dionysus Park. She makes Stanley Poole kind of the leader guy of Dionysus Park while she's in jail. And he kind of is excessive with her money, kind of blows it all, and for what his motivations are, I don't know, but so he makes a mess of things, and Eleanor knows about all this, and she threatens to expose him to her mother, Sophia Lamb. So in order to shut her up, Stanley kidnaps Eleanor and gives her to the Little Sister Orphanage, which we saw in Siren Alley. Now nobody knows about this at this point. Grace didn't know that Stanley was behind this. Sophia does find out eventually, I'm not sure when, but eventually she does know of Stanley's betrayal. But Stanley kidnaps Eleanor, gives her to the orphanage, and she becomes a little sister. So he's the one responsible for all of that. And we'll talk more about Stanley a little later. I actually killed him in my first playthrough because if you remember me saying, I was kind of trying to figure out what Grace or what Eleanor would want me to do, and since he was responsible for her being a little sister, I kind of thought maybe I should take some revenge on him, but I'm going to spare him in this playthrough because I need the Savior achievement. Back there was the extended Rio tonic. No, that thing's somewhat useless in my opinion, because typically you're gonna kill whatever you're researching before the normal reel will run out anyway, so I never equip extended reel for that reason. So we just cleared out kind of the top floor of the theater. Nothing too scary up there. I'm low on cash by my standards, so I'm just looting the rest of the theater. But yeah, Stanley is the one who kidnaps Eleanor, and after he does that, he's also the one who floods Dionysus Park, and the reason is because Adam contains memories. So, you know, anyone who died, you can still extract their memories from the atom. And Lamb apparently knows how to see those memories. I believe the little sisters are the ones who can see them. But so Stanley knows that, you know, just getting rid of Eleanor wasn't enough, so he ends up flooding Dionysus Park to, you know, destroy access to the bodies that may have Adam with incriminating memories. But now that you've drained it, this is a concern for Stanley, which is why, you know, when we first meet him, he kind of tells us that we have to stop these little sisters from gathering Adam now, because they're gonna, you know, find the memories that can incriminate him. But at this point, Sophia Lamb already knows what Stanley did, so it's kind of useless. But we're gonna continue on in the next video.